Pippin's Balloon Adventure, a little penguin's journey to the land of dreams. In the icy lands of the South Pole, there lived a little penguin named Pippin. Pippin was different from the other penguins. While they loved sliding on ice and diving into the cold sea, Pippin often found himself gazing up at the sky, dreaming of far-off places filled with warmth and wonder. One chilly evening, as the golden sun dipped below the horizon, Pippin noticed something strange stuck in a tall snowdrift. Curious, he waddled over and found a big, colorful hot air balloon. The basket was decorated with bright ribbons and had a sign that read, "To the Land of Dreams." Pippin's heart raced with excitement. The Land of Dreams, he thought. Maybe that's where all the amazing places I dream of are. Without a second thought, Pippin climbed into the basket, wrapped his flippers around the rope, and gave it a gentle tug. The balloon began to rise, lifting Pippin up into the sky. As the balloon floated higher and higher, Pippin looked down at his snowy home shrinking below him. The cold air rushed past him, but he felt warm inside, knowing he was on his way to a magical place. The stars twinkled like diamonds, and the moonlight bathed the balloon in a soft, silvery glow. For hours, Pippin soared through the night sky, passing fluffy clouds and flocks of migrating birds. He marveled at the wonders he saw, a sparkling river winding through a lush green valley, a majestic mountain peak topped with a crown of snow, and even a glowing city where lights danced like fireflies. Finally, after what seemed like the most wondrous journey, the balloon began to descend. Below, Pippin could see a beautiful land filled with colors he had never seen before. The trees were tall and golden, the rivers shimmered with rainbow hues, and the fields were covered in flowers that glowed like stars. As the balloon gently touched down, Pippin realized he had arrived in the land of dreams. The air was warm and fragrant, and a gentle breeze whispered through the trees. Everywhere he looked, there were friendly animals, bears, rabbits, and even other penguins, welcoming him with smiles and waves. Pippin stepped out of the basket and was greeted by a wise old owl perched on a nearby branch. "Welcome, Pippin," the owl hooted kindly. "This is the land of dreams, where all your wishes and dreams come to life." Pippin's eyes sparkled with joy. "It's even more beautiful than I imagined," he exclaimed. The owl nodded. "In the land of dreams, anything is possible. You can dance among the stars, swim in the rainbow rivers, and explore endless forests filled with magic." Pippin spent the rest of the night exploring this enchanting world. He danced with the fireflies, swam in the crystal-clear streams, and played games with his new animal friends. Every corner of the land of dreams was filled with wonder and delight. But as the sky began to lighten with the first rays of dawn, Pippin knew it was time to return home. He climbed back into the hot air balloon, waved goodbye to his friends, and watched as the land of dreams slowly faded into the distance. As the balloon floated back to the South Pole, Pippin felt a warmth in his heart. He knew that even though he was leaving the land of dreams, the magic would always be with him, in his heart and in his dreams. When Pippin finally landed back home, he was greeted by his penguin friends. They were eager to hear about his adventure. And Pippin told them all about the magical land he had visited. And from that day on, whenever Pippin gazed up at the sky, he knew that the land of dreams was waiting for him, just beyond the clouds.